Okay, so class, actually the next thing I want to show you is the very first part of this notebook, and it's actually just a text file. So I will tell you that your within your Jupyter notebook here in Google Colab, you can have a couple types of files. You can have either code files or text files. So here I've written a text file, and you can put anything in the text file. Here I've just got text with hyperlinks, and it's just to tell you that that actually what you can do, what I want you to do is I want you to go to Kaggle.com. What I'm going to do is give you a learning resource and give you incentives for going through further training to get more skills. So this is where I'm going to point you to Kaggle.com to get some more resources on coding and to get some points for getting those if you choose to do that. If you go to Kaggle, register your newberry.edu account, and you'll notice, actually I'll just go there. I'm already logged in, but you'll notice that there are courses on the left-hand side. And among the courses you have Python, there's Pandas, there's Intro to Time series. Okay. They also have more advanced things like Intro to Machine Learning. This is where you can learn about artificial intelligence. Also SQL, SQL. You want to learn about databases, data visualizations, data cleaning. There's all kinds of really cool courses here. Computer vision, geospatial analysis, and it's all free, okay? That's the coolest thing about this. And you have Google Colabs who actually only need a computer to do any of this stuff. But what I'm going to do is if you complete a module, so I've got Python module right here. This is a class. If you go ahead and it'll bring you through some Python codes. If you complete this 100%, that will increase your total grade in this class by 2% automatically. You got an automatic 2% bump in your grade just by completing the Python course. You'll get another 2% bump if you complete the Pandas course. So Python is the language that we're writing in. Pandas is it's a package that is very good for basically manipulating data, bringing data in, reading, writing, doing other things. It's one of the workhorses. So basically you can think of the cool thing about Python is that it has all these different types of packages that you can sort of import in and then utilize that huge code base that can do very advanced things, and you can do very advanced things which is like a few lines of code. So I can, like, for instance, like if I want to write like a web bot that like crawls around the internet and scrapes off data, I don't have to write thousands of lines of code. I just need to write a few lines of code. Similarly, I can do like I can launch an artificial intelligence model on some data and do some very advanced analytics with just a few lines of code. That's what makes Python very powerful, actually, is that so many things are now in your fingertips. And so Pandas is one of those must-haves, so it's very good to learn how to use this anyway, and they'll be worth 2%. And then the time series, I'm pretty sure that's the one I picked right there. I've got the links. Oh, linear regression with time series. I put the links here on your in your Colab notebook, so you can also just click on these and go directly to those particular classes that I want you to take. And the time series, linear regression with time series, if you do this, this is worth 4% bump. That's just a bump. So there's actually 8% bump in your grade that you can get just by taking some of these, completing some of these easy online courses. I shouldn't actually call them easy. I will say that when you're first starting out with coding, everything is going to be sort of a big mystery, and I want you to know that I was completely 100% in that same position as you are at one point, and I will also say that you should also know that there's never going to be just like a class that teaches you everything you need to know about coding. That doesn't happen. So if you're going to learn how to code, you're going to have to learn a lot on your own, and that's a very important part. Why? Because even if you could go through an entire class and do something, there's always going to be new types of technologies that are always coming out, and if you start to take a path into technology then you really should commit yourself to this idea of continually adopting new types of the next best waves of technology. And so it's kind of this this life of continually learning. But on the other side, there's a lot of gains. So besides just a better paycheck, you can do a lot of cool stuff and get well paid for it too. There's good, nice incentives there. So that's what I wanted to say in this class, was to just get you pointed into Kaggle and understand about some of these things. So in this next video, actually, we're going to start looking at bringing in some of these packages and then hopefully getting to some parts of the data analytics.